Okay, today we're carving a little ghost out of a piece of 1x1 basswood, and let's get into it. So the first thing that we're going to do, a couple inches down, just guesstimate, make a cut, V-cut like that. Do the same thing on all four corners. This will set sort of the bottom of the ghost and where it's going to be. Okay. And then let's just cut in like this, and we'll make a straight line across. Okay. This will sort of define the bottom of the ghost. This will be a nice little Halloween decoration you can put up, and it won't take you very long at all to make, because it's a pretty simple design. Okay, so almost got the base cut out. Okay, now you have that. All we're gonna do is we're just gonna round off this. This is the top of the head, obviously. And let's just go around in a circle, cutting and sort of rounding off the design here. Make sure you have a nice sharp knife so that it can cut through easily like butter. And let's cut it out. Round this thing up. Almost there. Make sure you don't cut yourself. The tops here, it's always a little bit dicey because the knife can kind of skip off and hit you in the knuckle or something. I have done that many times. It's not pretty. Okay, all this raw wood needs to be gone. Something like that. Okay. Now we're just going to dig in from about right here, somewhere near the bottom. We're going to make a little cut. Same thing, maybe not as deep as the base was. Okay. And just dig it out like that. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take off this piece, and this piece, and this piece, and this piece, and then we're going to sort of make swooping cuts up towards the top of the head, and you can kind of see what this is turning out to be. It's sort of like the bottom of the bed sheet sort of flaring out for the ghost. And so it's going to get thinner at the top, and it's going to flare out at the bottom here. So just go around in a circle like I'm doing, and thin it out towards the top. And the design is pretty basic, but the paint will do a lot of the heavy lifting for this ghost to show what it is. Okay, take a look at it. It can be a little off of center or like leaning or whatever. That's totally fine because we want it to have some character. So if it's leaning, that's actually a good thing. Okay. And then we just got to define where the face is going to go. But for now, let's round these off. Okay. Just kind of swooping cuts inward. Okay. And then we're going to cut this. Like I said, you want to just keep getting it more and more tapered towards the top if you can. Okay. A lot of this material's coming off here. Okay. Something like that. Okay, now we want to do a little bit of, add a little bit of character to the bottom of the sheet or whatever this thing is. So what we can do is we can actually carve some sort of folds into the fabric. And these can be random height. So that it looks like it's kind of flowing. These can be, like I said, kind of random height and frequency, but we just don't want it to look flat across, that's all, because then it doesn't look like it's really flowing. Okay. I'll do that on the back side as well. If this is the back side, I'm kind of deciding that it is a little bit. And then if you want, you can make little gouges where the fabric is folding. And have it, you know, you can use a V gouge or, like I said, like a knife, and just cut them out. Kind of have them curve a little bit. You don't have to do this. You could just go straight into the painting portion and that would be fine, but a few of these won't hurt to kind of show the fabric bending and folding. Maybe we'll do some down here. Oop. Okay. Something like that. And then we'll just leave the front of the ghost can be as is. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to paint it. So get some white craft paint, like I have here, and then paint this guy up. And you're just going to fully cover it, but you're not going to soak it. It's not going to be super thick because we want it to dry quickly in case we have to go into another coat, or in case we just want to go straight into the face. So, like I said, we want it to dry fairly quickly. Make sure you get in the grooves if you put them there. And just coat the thing liberally, but smooth it out so that it'll dry. Okay. Something like this. And I just smooth it all the way out. And then we're just gonna wait for it to dry. Okay, that's dry. So I've got a little black paint here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put my brush in, and we're just gonna make a dot. And we're gonna make it fairly big, okay? One of the eyes and the other of the eyes, okay? And you could just leave it there, or you could make a long screaming mouth. Okay? And that is the ghost. Decoration, you can put that up, and it's an easy one to make. Thanks for watching.